Yo, welcome to PTA Sports. I am your host, Pest the Analyst. Let's take a deep dive into this victory, shall we? So, I went back, right, and I watched the game again, and I got to be honest, man. I saw a lot of good. I still saw quite a bit of bad, okay? But overall, as I said in my initial reaction, man, this was a good team win. This is definitely something that we can build on. We got a short week, all right? So the level of enjoyment from this win is going to be a little short-lived, all right? It is what it is, but we enjoy it nonetheless. So let's get into it, all right? So here's some of the things that I saw. First and foremost, let's start with our quarterback, Daniel Jones, all right? In the game, I felt like Daniel Jones had some really, really nice throws, and he had some really, really bad throws, okay? It was just kind of an even kill day for Daniel Jones. I don't think he was like super bad, although I see some people on Twitter saying that like we kind of won despite him. I don't quite believe that, okay? I think he was very instrumental in this win, okay? Even though he was not the primary reason for this win. So he has some good throws, all right? The touchdown to Slayton, that was a great throw, man. A well-placed ball. Only Slayton was going to be able to get it, and I was impressed by that specific pass. Okay, I saw him fit some passes in some tight windows. Okay, but there's still some indecisiveness that I see when I watch this man in the pocket. Like he still looks indecisive, and I don't know if that's because his clock is maybe his internal clock. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's not reading the field well. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's always looking for the big play. I don't know. I can't really tell you what it is that's causing this man to be so indecisive, man. But like when he's indecisive like a mug, man. It's kind of bad. And I really, really hope that this is something that is being like hammered down. Like this point is being hammered to him that, listen, DJ, you got to speed up in that pocket. You got to make a decision and you got to stick with it, okay? Whether it's a good throw, if it's a bad throw, make a decision and go with the decision, okay? Stop standing back in the pocket looking like you don't know what you want to do, okay? Like that's one of the big things that I see, and I'm just like, God, I wish you could fix this, Daniel. I really do. I love his mobility though, okay? On that zone read where he faked out the entire world, yo, that was amazing, man. That was amazing. I watched that play multiple times. I had to find a better angle than what was recorded on TV, and I was able to find a better angle of it. And man, listen, that was a great run, okay? The fact that we have something like that in our arsenal makes me feel good about Daniel Jones, okay? Because it brings another element to our game. We may not always be handing it off, and I'm glad that we're starting to use it a little bit more. I'm glad that our offensive coordinator feels comfortable with allowing Daniel Jones to run that zone read, keeping himself and go get 30 yards. Hopefully he can do this more, right? But hopefully he stops taking so many hits when he runs. DJ, you got to get down. You got to get down. I know you want to get that extra yard or two, man, but slide. Get your ass down. Because one thing I don't want is for Daniel Jones to get hurt trying to be a hero, okay? Kind of going back to him in a pocket, right? And some of the decision making that he has. That end zone interception was just terrible, okay? Whether we think that end zone interception was an actual catch or if he was out of bounds is really irrelevant, okay? You can't give these defenders those kind of opportunities, Daniel Jones. You cannot do it, okay? Don't do it. You either eat the sack or you throw it away way faster, or you don't try to scramble out of the pocket and throw it away. You have to make a better decision there, Daniel, or that's going to be the end result, is an interception. We can't have too many more of these red zone interceptions. This is the second time you've done this year. You can't do that, all right? Okay, let's move on from Daniel Jones. Devonta Freeman, I got to be honest, man. I really, really like watching Devonta Freeman do his thing, okay? He is starting to look really, really good running the ball. He's starting to look like he feels comfortable. He's starting to look like he feels confident. And I personally think that he's doing a great job. Okay, I really do. You know, when you take a look at his results from the game, he had 18 carries for 61 yards. All right, that's pretty good. It's not fantastic, but that's pretty good. Okay, I mean, you're looking at a 3.4. I believe it's a 3.4 yards per attempt. All right, that's decent. We can live with that. Okay. Because if we can do that, then we can start to utilize the play action. We can start to utilize the zone read. If there's a threat that the running back is going to be able to run the ball and get positive yards, then we can take advantage of that, okay? And with all that being said, right, some of the play calling I actually really like, okay? I know we give Jason Garrett a hard time. I know Jason Garrett is calling plays where everybody's running a curl route, you know, or if we need 3 yards, he's going to get 3.1 yards. I understand that, but there was some play calls that I really like, okay? I like the fact that every week for the last couple of weeks, we see some kind of a trick play. All right? Every single week for the last couple of weeks, we've seen some kind of a trick play. This week it was a double reverse type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't really work, right? It didn't really get us anything. But I like that we're calling that kind of stuff, okay? Like, I like that we're doing those kind of things. Here's what I need though. I need our wide receivers to do a better job. I understand that there's only 4 wide receivers on the roster on game day. I have no idea why that's a thing, y'all. I can't tell you why that's a thing. It doesn't make any sense to me why we go into a game with 4 wide receivers, okay? But the 4 wide receivers that we have got to do a better job of getting separation, okay? I saw on some plays, you know, they did a fine job of getting open, you know, bringing the pass in. Evan Ingram, I hate him, but at least he caught some passes, all right? I mean, like, but listen, the wide receivers that we do have, man, these guys have got to do a better job of getting separation and giving Daniel Jones a target, all right? Because to be completely honest, man, whew, boy, I don't necessarily like what I'm seeing. I just don't. Our offensive line, let's talk about our offensive line really quickly. I think that our offensive line is starting to come together, y'all. I know it don't look super duper amazing. I know it doesn't. But I really start to think that this offensive line is starting to come together. They're starting to get a vibe for each other. They're doing a better job of you know, making checks. They're doing a better job of recognizing if it's going to be like a DT twist. That's a defensive tackle and an end twist when they twist. You guys have seen it. It's killed us so many times over the years. But it looks like the line is actually doing a better job of recognizing that, communicating. Hey, you got him. I got that guy. Like it looks like they're doing a better job. Okay. Now I don't necessarily know if this configuration is the winning move. Okay, but I do like the direction that they're heading in. I do think that Mark Colombo is doing a good job right now of getting these guys out there and you know, letting them go handle their business. Now here's the thing. I do think that Matt Parrott needs to be starting. Okay, I don't care if it's on the left. I don't care if it's on the right. We got to get Cam Fleming the hell up out of there. I think Matt Parrott and Andrew Thomas need to be your starting tackles. Okay, ASAP. Because every time Matt Parrott goes in there, he looks pretty damn good. He looks pretty damn good. I know people are not scheming for Matt Parrott. I know people are not getting a lot of looks at him on film. But I've always said since we got him that I think that this kid is a dark horse and he's going to be pretty damn good in this league. And I think it's time. Get his ass out there and let's see what he can do. Okay? Now, the reason why Parrott got that opportunity to begin with is because Thomas got benched, okay? Now, a lot of us didn't know why, right? All we knew was that Andrew Thomas wasn't starting, and a bunch of us was like, yo, what? Wait, what? What's going on here? Because despite the fact that Andrew Thomas has had some struggles, which, by the way, are to be expected, okay? These struggles are to be expected by a rookie tackle, all right? Fresh, new, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed, coming into the league, going against a bunch of monsters. Let's not take away the fact that Thomas has gone up against some monsters up to this point, okay? And he's effectively held his own. He hasn't had great reps every single down, okay? He has given up quite a few pressures and has given up some sacks, but that's to be expected, man. This kid's a rookie and he's going up against monsters. He is. Like, you don't care what you say, you can't deny the fact that he's going up against monsters and he's doing a pretty decent job of holding his own. All right, he's cutting his teeth right now. But to the original point, he got benched. And some people thought it was because of his play. I knew right away, this got something to do off the field. This ain't got nothing to do with his play. There is no way they would just bench him and be like, you not playing. There's no way. Well, comes to find out that he was benched for a series or two. I don't quite remember. But he was benched because he was late to a meeting the night before. You know what? Good. I know that Andrew Thomas is supposed to be our franchise left tackle, and if that's what he is, then great. I'm glad. I'm happy. I really, really hope that that's what he is. But if he late to a meeting, then your ass riding the bench, okay? See, here's the deal, man, and I'm gonna put my Coach Pest hat on, and I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick, and I'm gonna do a separate video on this, so I'm not gonna touch on this real deep, but I just want you guys to understand something, okay? Part of establishing the culture is establishing rules, okay? It's establishing rules to establish accountability. And the fact of the matter is, Thomas had to be accountable for the fact that he was late for that meeting. I don't care if you're a first round draft pick or Mr. Irrelevant. You get your ass where you're supposed to be on time. You be there. And if you're not there, then you have to pay the penalty. If the penalty is you don't get to start today, you gonna get your ass in there later, then that's what it is. We're gonna dig deeper into culture versus morale, because a lot of people think that because we're losing, it's making the culture bad, and that's not what it is, y'all. But we'll get into that down the road, because I don't want to make this much longer than it is. Okay, let's flip over to the defense real quick, okay? In regards to the defense, I'm still happy with this defense, man. I'm still happy with the way this defense played. I think this defense did a fantastic job, okay? They were bending, but they weren't breaking. Not all the time. They broke a couple of times. We let a couple of touchdowns happen. We'll talk about that. But overall, over the course of the game, man, they did a fine job, in my opinion, okay? Bradbury is a monster. I'm so glad he's on this team, okay? Right now, Bradbury looking like one of the best cornerbacks in the league, y'all. If you ain't happy that Bradbury's on his team, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? That interception that Bradbury got, that was such an impressive play. Because all he had to do was sit back and read the quarterback's eyes. That's exactly what he did. He wasn't covering nothing, yo. He wasn't covering nothing or nobody. He was just reading the quarterback's eyes. And maybe that's preparation. Maybe that's film. Maybe that's him studying film. Maybe that's the coaching staff sitting him down and going, look at this. When you see this, this is what's going to happen. And he just relied on what his instincts told him and his preparation. Because he wasn't covering nobody. He was just dropping back, looking at the quarterback. Is he coming my way? Is he coming my way? He is coming my way. I'll take that. Thank you very much. That's impressive, y'all. Go back and watch that. Just watch it a couple of times and just look and see that Bradbury is not covering anyone. He's covering the quarterback. And it was impressive, okay? Our linebacker core, man, I tell you what, man, they look much improved. Our linebacker core looks much improved. Like, I won't sit here and say that we have this enormous amount of talent in our linebacker room, because I don't think we do, okay? I think Blake Martinez is a goon, all right? I don't know. I honestly, like, I haven't seen him. I haven't paid a whole lot of attention. I need to pay a little more attention to him in coverage, and I will as time progresses. But from what he's done out there, man, he's a goon, and it looks like he's getting everybody lined up. And I think that's the guy that we build around in that linebacker room, because I'm not going to sit here and say that we have a whole mess of talent at linebacker, okay? But what I will say is these coaches got these guys playing well. Real well. All right, and I like it. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They keep everything in front of them. They're not biting on play action. All right, they're not biting down too much. They're keeping everything in front of them, man. They're doing a great job, fantastic job, man. Kudos to our linebackers right now. And it's been so long since I've made that statement about our linebacker core. Again, they're not super talented, but they're really effective. And when I say they're not super talented, I mean as a whole, because you guys heard what I just said about Blake Martinez. But as a whole, man, I'm super happy with him. Tay Crowder looks serviceable, man. Tay Crowder looks serviceable. I haven't been checking for Tay Crowder this whole time because he was Mr. Relevant, and I was like, I don't really know. I didn't look at too much film on him. I was like, I don't know. We'll see what this guy does. But honestly, he looks serviceable. It's a shame that he got injured. Okay, it's a shame he got injured on that touchdown. It looked like he pulled a hammy or something like that. He got put on IR. Okay, but he'll be off IR in like 3 weeks. All right, book that. He's not done for the season. He's just on IR for a roster spot. Okay, and the fact of the matter is that he'll be back. All right, he looked like he tweaked his hammy or something like that. We'll figure it out. But he looks serviceable, and I'm glad that he's here. And I think I actually give the coaches more kudos than Tay Crowder being a goon. I think the coaching staff is just doing a fantastic job. I love what I'm seeing from our interior defensive line, man. I love the rotation that's being used. I love how nasty they are. I love the push that they're getting up front. I love that Big Cat is all over the place, pressuring the quarterback, sacking the quarterback, making him make bad decisions. I forgot to mention Kyler Fackrell, because Kyler Fackrell is the reason why that fumble happened. He caused it, linebacker core. But I love what our interior defensive line is doing. I really do, man. And I'm excited for the future of this interior defensive line. And I don't know if Leonard Williams is going to stay here, if he's going to take a team-friendly deal, or if he's going to go. I kind of hope he doesn't. I kind of hope he stays here, but he doesn't cost us a grip. And we're going to see. We're going to see. Last player spotlight that I want to do is Julian Love, man. I have such high hopes for Julian Love, and I'm not quitting on Julian Love. I'm not throwing him away. But Julian Love is just not playing good enough. He's just not playing good enough. I understand that the touchdown he gave up, the dude is like twice his size, so he wasn't going to be able to jump with him. But you got to get your hand in there and knock that ball out, Julian. Like, Love looks so good when I watch film on him coming out of Notre Dame. And I was just sure that he was going to be a productive member of this team. And as of late, he's kind of just there. And I don't know what the answer is, y'all. I don't know what the answer is for Love. I hope something happens and he picks it up and he plays better. But I don't know. I can't say I don't know. So as I've said, overall, right, this is a good team win. It wasn't pretty, all right? I'm not going to sit here and say this was anything convincing, because I'm not convinced, but I do think that this is a good building block to build off of, okay? We've got a tough game coming up on Thursday, regardless of how many injuries the Eagles have, okay? Last year, they didn't have no wide receivers, and it was making it happen. We ain't going to sleep on this Eagles team because they got injuries, like we slept on a 49ers team because they got injuries, because we got embarrassed. And I really, really hope that the coaches remind this Giants team that the 49ers kicked their ass with second and third stringers, okay? Because this ain't second and third stringers. This is missing some key pieces. But this is still the Philadelphia Eagles. This is still a rivalry game. We're still playing in Philadelphia, all right? And this is going to be tough. Here's the deal, guys. I'm not going to do a weekend review on that game, okay? Because we're going to do a live stream tomorrow night, and that'll kind of be our weekend review in preparation for Thursday night game, okay? And then as long as everything pans out on Thursday, right before the game, okay, I will be on Philly Notion's channel, and myself and Philly Notion and a couple of other people who I'm not going to speak for, okay, we're going to hang out, we're going to talk a little trash before this game, and then we're going to sit down and we're going to see what happens, all right? So listen, guys, I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I hope all my Giants fans are enjoying this win and not being angry about it, because I see some of y'all are angry about it, and it's weird. Like, it's real weird. I don't understand how you could be upset about a New York Giants win, regardless of what our record is and regardless of what the future holds. We want to see this team win. It's weird. I'm sorry. You know you family and I love you, and this is family talk. You're weird. You're real damn weird. Okay? But I hope everybody's doing fantastic, man. And I appreciate you guys coming, listening to me talk for a little bit. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit me in the comment section. Tell me how you guys feel this week. Tell me what's going on in your mind. What are you thinking about the game that's coming up? And I'll get up with you guys later. Deuces.